Hi everyone, Mark Igo here with your MassHSHockey.com weekly recap. It is Thursday, March 17th, and a happy St. Patrick's Day out to all of you. Certainly a lot of tournament teams received a little luck of the Irish over the past few days, and we'll get into some of the recaps as we go forward here, but let's get started with our weekly contest. This week we're asking you to correctly predict the winners of each MIA Divisional Championship game. All these games are coming up and will take place on Sunday, March 20th over at the Boston Garden, so make sure you get your entries in prior to the start of the first game, which is at 9 a.m. on Sunday. The contest winner will receive a $230 Warrior Widow hockey stick, so we look forward to announcing that winner hopefully right back here next week. Special thanks to Warrior Hockey and their continued support of the MIA tournament and MassHSHockey.com. Let's get started over in Men's Division 3A, where we've already crowned our 3A champion. We watched the two top seeds from the Central and the West brackets battle this one out last Monday night. This year's 3A champion is the Holyoke Purple Knights, as they were able to fulfill their championship goals by knocking off Groton Dunstable 3-0. Again, both teams had incredible seasons, and we certainly expect to see more of these teams in the 2012 season. Over in Men's Division 3, we had Marblehead advance to the Garden with a thrilling 3-2 victory over Pembroke on Tuesday night. That game was over at Harvard. While Westfield continued their run, we've been talking about them all year, they went on to defeat Hudson 3-2 on Monday night, and big performance by the Westfield goalie there in that contest. Really no surprises here, as both teams, we've been mentioning them throughout the season. They've been kind of regulars on here and are no strangers to the championship games at the Garden. So both teams coming in with a little bit of experience here. And these two teams will square off on Sunday at 11:15 a.m. over at the Boston Garden. Over in Men's Division 2, representing the North bracket, we have number 6 seeded Tewksbury. The Redmen will be pitted against number 3 Franklin. The Franklin Panthers coming over from the South bracket. Both teams bring plenty of offense and defensive balance into this championship game, so it really should be a tight game. The Division 2 championship game will start at 1:30 p.m. on Sunday, again over at the Boston Garden, so be sure to catch this one. It should be a good one. For whatever reason, we seem to have a lot of upsets in both the men's and women's Division 1 brackets this year. We mentioned parity throughout the season, and the men's Division 1 provided plenty of that, as we have the number 3 Marshfield Rams advancing to the championship game, and they will face off against the number 7 Wakefield Warriors coming over from the North bracket. Both teams are obviously on incredible hot streaks right now and riding the wave into the state championship. This D1 state championship game will start at 3:30 p.m. on Sunday, again over at the Boston Garden. Both these teams, as I said, are very hot right now, so this is a must-see game. If you can't get out to the Garden, then be sure to follow all of the action on our Facebook page, which you can link to right from the homepage. Moving over to the men's Super 8, where all 4 teams advanced to the crossover game the other night at Merrimack on Wednesday night, where we saw number 1 seeded Malden Catholic advance, as well as number 2 St. John's Prep. Both of those two teams were able to take care of business and move on to the championship game. These two powerhouses will face off on Sunday at 6 p.m. over at the Garden. Malden Catholic has certainly been this year's favorite coming out of the box, and we'll see if they can continue their great performance, or if they can hold off a red-hot St. John's Prep squad. Again, if you can't make it to the Garden on Sunday, be sure to follow all of the action on our website. We do have DVDs available for sale for all of the Super 8 action, right back from the first game to the final game. So these DVDs are available at $29.99 each, and you can just click on the info at MassHSHockey.com link and send us your requests for what DVDs you might require. Looking at Women's Division 1, again, as I mentioned, a lot of upsets here. We told you that St. Mary's and Hingham would deliver another classic, but no one really saw both St. Mary's and Woburn falling out of the tournament here. Kudos to number 8 Hingham and number 3 Acton Boxborough for their great accomplishments, and they now advance over to the Boston Garden on Sunday. They will meet for the Division I championship on Sunday night at 8 p.m. And again, if you can't make it out to the Garden, make sure you follow all the action up on the website. Certainly no big surprises over here in Women's Division II, as we're going to see number 2 Duxbury Lady Dragons facing off against the number 4 Fonfon Ducks. Both teams have been regulars on our weekly recap, so we know these teams very well, and we know both teams are going to show up to play. The women's D2 game is the early game on Sunday. This one's going to go off at 9 a.m. So grab yourself a nice cup of coffee and head over to the Boston Garden for what will certainly be a great game to kick off an even greater day. To those teams that have already played in the tournament and wanted to pick up a program, the programs can still be purchased. The MIA program is available now up on our website. If you click the icon or email mygo@actionpackmarketing.com, we'll drop one in the mail to you. So just again, send along an email request for whatever programs you might need. Again, the weekly contest for the Warrior Widow Hockey Stick is currently up on the website. So again, get your entries in prior to the start of the championship games on Sunday. Again, the first game will go off at 9 a.m. I hope all of you can make it out to the Garden on Sunday to watch these championship games. Certainly no better way to end a fabulous high school season than heading over to the Garden to watch the state's best men's and women's teams battle it out as they all vie for their respective state championships. That's going to be it for this week's recap. Be sure to check in next weekend for all the championship game results and also the contest results. Again, enjoy the weekend and be sure to get out to the Garden. If you can't get out to the Garden, again, we'll have all the updates on the website as the games progress.